Hello, doing another video for Flesh Prison. I'm actually keeping up on that promise I made. Not a promise, no, just trying, but somehow making it a promise. Anyways, Graimme. Let's talk about Graimme from Flesh Prison. This character is really weird for me. So, a lot of people know I'm queer, pretty obvious. And I don't really write a lot of queer characters. Not that I don't want to, I just have to justify the character through the theme of the book. And yeah, all my books' themes could be crossed over with a queer character. I just haven't made that many, you know? So why is Graimme so important? Why is Graimme an interesting character, rather? They're important and interesting. Kind of hard to explain them. Graimme is a gender fluid character. So not only are they not just a trans character, they are gender fluid. They are gender fluid representation, which I don't feel like we get a lot of these days. And along with, like, the Dot Letters, which is my last queer book, that was, like, a queer romance, but it wasn't smut, but, like, it was poetry, and it was, like, kind of cool. Trans man, main character, pretty cool. Michael Hipp, I like him. He's cool. I want to return to his series. Even having Graimme is very, very interesting now, because they serve something different. And with Graimme and Signloten being, they don't get together in this book, but it's dating without the term dating. We'll call it that. Situationship without the negativity. Graimme serves to show how gender fluid relationships can work, and how dating a gender fluid person can work, or how to respect that. How do you respect someone whose pronouns can be anything or whatever they choose in that moment? And although that sounds stupid, because most people be like, oh, I just respect it, it is something that a lot of people don't know. So now to show that, and even go into beauty and ugliness, into the queer side of that, which Signloten already delves into. She is a queer character within herself. Not that she's necessarily a lesbian per se, but not. But Signloten is just Signloten. She quite literally just exists and is like, yeah, I'd kiss a girl, who cares? Like, quite literally does not give a shit about anything in her life. Kind of. But even then, both of these characters serve something different. With even Signloten being an interesting representation of a female main character. She's strong. She does have a chest, but she binds. She actually binds. Because, as she says, it turns out when you have a flat chest, people take you more seriously. So there's all this different shit that she talks about. Even then, she jokes about kissing women. You know, she's a Compton PD officer who hates her being a police officer and kind of hates the police department. So it's interesting having Graimme in there and having that gender fluid representation. June 30th, Flesh Prison tour is coming. Flesh Summer, check out down below. Bye!